Like we mentioned, we've talked about all morning, the little bit of cooler weather, the fall-like temps, but what else is in the forecast?
Yeah, some tropical moisture that's going to help to bring a little bit more hazardous conditions to our waters. We saw yesterday, today as well. Looking at a high rip current risk if you're heading out on the water once again today. Conditions on the bays will be choppy to occasionally rough, waves still around 5 to 7 feet, and still seeing those increased wave periods up to about 8 seconds. So if you are heading out, definitely want to be mindful of these hazardous conditions, and of course safety is key during this time, and it's really going to be a little bit unstable conditions throughout this upcoming week, with the tropics being a little bit more active here in our Gulf. Still watching some warnings on the board from the National Weather Center here in our area. Coastal flood advisory, that's still in effect through tomorrow morning 8 a.m. as well as that small craft advisory that's still sticking around through 7 a.m. tomorrow. So once again, just something to keep in mind as you continue throughout your Sunday and into your Monday morning. The tropics, that's what's causing all of the stir up that we're going to see with those conditions on the water, as well as some more rain expected this upcoming week. Looking at this now, 80% a high chance of development. What the National Hurricane Center is now expecting this to turn into a tropical depression at the very least, as it continues to track northwest up the coast. And we're also watching 2 more waves right behind that. Both of these are medium chances of development, 50%, but they are expecting that this wave will counter interact with this one, and that'll kind of allow us to see a little bit more activity over in the Atlantic. Watching the cold front once again, we just had that move in overnight into this morning. That's going to kind of allow those morning low temperatures to sink into the upper 60s here for us throughout this morning. But as that kind of fades out of the question, that stationary front that still remains. That's going to help allow a lot of that moisture in the Gulf to cling onto the low pressure that's associated with that. As it continues to track north, even though it's out of our area, it's still going to have lots of moisture dragging on behind that, and so that's why rain chances will still be in the forecast as we're ending the week off. We have these totals a little bit higher from the Weather Prediction Center. If you're hanging on a little bit closer to the coast, you can expect rain totals getting closer to about that 2 to 3 inch margin. Or if you're hanging on a little bit further inland, that's where you can expect lower rain totals anywhere from about an inch or less as you head closer to west of 281. Also watching once again some of those risks that's been put out by the Storm Prediction Center. Flood risk, that's in that marginal category for Monday. Tuesday, a little bit more higher. More of us are included in this one. That's going to be that slight risk that we're watching. Wednesday as well, but once again, it's going to be tracking further up north for our friends up the coast. Wind shear, this is what also helps to break up these tropical systems. Not seeing too much of that in the Gulf, so that's going to also be something that is going to allow more of that development in the tropics. Rain forecast highest Tuesday and Wednesday on the board. Rain still in the forecast as you continue throughout your day. Mostly sunny skies, expecting upper 80s for afternoon high temperatures. And really throughout the week, temperatures will feel more like fall, so sweater weather is here. Want to go ahead and continue to stay updated with us on our website, and we'll have more 3 News coming up here next.